Good morning. It is June 5th. It is Tuesday. It is another Spellventure morning. Faster than lightning. No one usually is faster than he. Okay, just let me throw this up real quick. Yep, doing a little bit of game dev. Okay, essentially, so I did a little bit more work last night. I adjusted some sizes here. I added some shelving units. I know that there's additional piping. Let me grab this. And delete everything out of here. Okay. So original geometry. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Okay, bring it up just the hair. Okay. Oop. Then there were two of them. These are basically just hot, I believe hot and cold water pipes, if I'm not mistaken. I believe these ones in particular were going up to the bathroom. Yeah, which would make sense. I guess this one's probably hot water too. It's crazy. This house was so old. The house was like built in like, I don't know, I mean it's gone now, but it was built in the early 1900s, which is crazy to think about. Boom. Cool. Alright, so we have this, that, this. Now, basically what we're doing is we're building out a couch. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. So, let's pause the couch, because I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. Let's put the base for the... let's grab these two at the same time. I love working in different, multiple layers. Very cool. So in a lot of the pictures, here's the thing, is in a lot of the pictures, you'll see this, you'll see this part filled in, but in reality, it was not. I mean, it was whenever we were young, but then we tore it out and made it a fireplace, like an actual fireplace that it actually was at one point. Because this was a fireplace when the house was first built, and then it was filled in, and then we tore out the fill and that was maybe the last couple of years of our life there. Excuse me. Okay, now that's definitely it. Definitely it. No, that was right. Okay. That's about right, yeah. So there's a bisectional here, tri-sectional here, then there's a corner. Go and fill that in. Okay. Right now, if we go ahead and move some of this stuff over here. Cool. So that's moved over. Let's go ahead and open up the graphics test bed to test some of this crap out. Okay. Graphics test bed. Go ahead and load this in. There we go. Just loading in the new object. Always takes a little while whenever you load in a new 3 meg object. There we go. Oh. Couch here, TV here. TV doesn't have the couch on it yet because I have to change everything and lighten up static and then rebake reflection probes. You could have the probes on real time. You could have the probes on real time so that they're always making a new cube map, but you don't really want that unless you have something like mirror. Yep, and now the TV has the couches. Awesome. Cool. Oh, I gotta fill it in even more. Nice. Love that glass texture. Super cool. Very cool. Okay, so we have the bookshelves. That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm gonna make these couches. Alright, I'm gonna stop wasting time. Let's make some couches, yo. So here's what we're dealing with. Not that one. It's these massive couches here. This. So I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna make 3 of them separately. So here's what I'm gonna do. So basically just like that. Actually, let me go back inside and see how large that was. Maybe even a little bit bigger. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Alright. It's crazy talk. Corner piece, you and you. That's probably more aligned. Okay, there we go. It's a bit more aligned. Okay. And again, what I'm gonna do here, is I'm basically just going to perfect this scene as much as I can here in this graphics test bed, and then I'm going to go ahead and, where's the assets, I'm going to export the entire thing as a package, and that'll make it super easy, right? So this is my workflow is Blender to Unity, alright, and then cut out Unity when it all looks great, blah blah blah, like whenever like the clay is done, basically all the white boxing I'm doing right now, when that's done, then it's going to be Blender to Substance Painter. I'm just going to make sure everything is UV unwrapped, otherwise Substance Painter will not import it. Make sure everything's UV unwrapped, and then export the entire scene. Just press A. Oh, wrong program. Press A, and you'll see everything so far. Every one of those dots is an object that I made. Okay, so every one of those objects will be part of this scene. I'm not gonna. If I press Control J, it'll join them all as one massive object. There's the UVs. We're looking at 13,000 tries. That's still pretty damn good. Alright, just go ahead and undo that. 13,000 triangles is great. I mean, that's like less than like one character on like an FPS game, like on a Call of Duty. Like the characters are like, I don't know, 20 to 40,000 tries. So right now the house is like 1/2 of a character, which is fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to export this all as one big FBX file, FBX. That's the extension that Substance Painter, well, it's extension that 3D model programs use. But I'm export it as an FBX, then import all of that into the Substance Painter. And I'm just going to basically paint everything on here. Alright, cool. So, let's try to get this crap started. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Let's go ahead and move that. Okay, we're basically going to make this into a sofa. We were able to make this chair look pretty great with a couple of cubes. So we're going to do the same thing with this guy. Oh my god, how do I want to do this? It's got to be multiple pieces. Alright, let's try something. Let's try something new. Now this is going to be very, very piecemeal. This is going to be very weird and random because, like I said, I'm just testing some stuff out here, okay? So leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone. Doesn't have to be exact, but the whole point of this is to make it as exact as I can, right? Cool. Then we can get rid of, we don't need these back, we can call the back out. Save some tries there. Everywhere you can, try to save some tries. Get me? Get me? As long as it looks smooth, it'll be fine. So the idea here, cool, okay, that turned out better than I thought. So if we grab this and move it up, then we have some cushions on the legs, the back of the cabs, cab cushions. We could probably, if we get rid of these, let me see. Nice. Alright, then we'll join these. Set as origin. Boom. Let's go ahead and there we go, better. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. Now what? We're gonna have to, let's grab these up here. These move them down because what we're gonna need to do. Okay, what we're gonna need to do is get the seat, which is just one piece now. Okay. Oh wait, actually, let's try something else with this. Now we are going to, let's grab it and rotate it 90 degrees and then bring it up. And then we're going to remold it so that it follows the kind of, nice, okay, very cool. Okay, so let's grab these and let's join these. Okay, set as geometry. Here's what we're going to do here. We're going to get rid of those vertices. These vertices, and we're going to, whoops, we're going to combine these, join these in the middle, merge them. We'll do the same with these. Probably get rid of those vertices. What did I do here? Shit. Ah, okay. Get rid of these back vertices here, okay, just to save. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Okay, let's join all of these in the center and see if that works. Will that work? Kind of, but not really. Alright, let's do this then. Okay. I know it's a little bit of a mess, but sometimes if you want to make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs. Alright, that and this. Okay, let's go that and this. Ah, there we go. Get it somewhere. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have what looks like a cushion. Okay, now let's grab these and these, because the seat doesn't dip like that, otherwise it'll give you back problems. But hey. Hey now. Hey now, hey now. The dream is over, hey now, hey now. Okay, we can bring it up just a bit. Alright, then grab everything, bring everything up a bit, just so it looks like it's like plush, right? Okay, let's see what happens if we unwrap that. No, that's not too bad. Okay, that ain't too freaking bad. Now, hey now, hey now. Okay. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So, right, do I want to keep it like this? Because so here's the problem, right? So we have a couch. Now the couch reclines, right? You can see here clearly reclines, moves back. Now there's a couple ways we could do that. Number one is I could build this as one piece, yeah, and then I can rig it with bones, and then I can animate it in Blender, and then basically import that into Unity, and then set up the animations. That's number one. That's one thing we could do. The other thing we could do is make these separate objects, and then import them separately. Don't animate them, don't rig them, right? Just import them separately into Unity, which is what we're going to do basically anyway, and then animate it via code, right? So that's the other thing that we could do. Meaning, let's say you click on it, you want it to recline. If we want it to recline at all, that's the issue. It's like maybe we want it to recline later. Okay, so we're trying to set up our pipeline so it's most efficient, that we can do a little bit of really fun game testing as we begin importing it into the engine. Right, so which is easier? Well, it's easier to probably import them as separate pieces because we already have the rotations done. It's basically just a simple rotation, right? So it's basically just grabbing this on the x-axis and then rotating it like that if we want it to come out, and then moving it out like that, right? That's essentially what it is. Animating it just seems like a huge waste of time. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and separate these, okay? See if we can separate by selection. No, that is not going to happen. Again. Alright, so here's what we're going to have to do for this. We're going to have to get rid of this face and this face, okay, and then we're going to I think that's how we're going to do it. Alright, cool. So then we have those. So we're going to grab this, this, and this. Go this way, this, and back. And then we're going to V. Just like that. Can we separate it by loose parts? Ah, cool. Okay, well, that kind of worked. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to join these because these want to be joined. The origin geometry. Make sure to rotate and scale. Okay, cool. Oh, and then make sure that everything that is supposed to be... It's going to be a little ugly, but we'll make sure we attach everything that needs attached. Okay? So I want to clean this up a little bit. Okay, so now if we grab this, actually here's what we're going to do. Let's put this here. Oh, let's not do that. We want to make sure that they're in the same place. So if we do that, okay. Now if we set origin to 3D cursor, then it'll kick out like this. Okay. Ah, I see. Right, because wherever the origin is where it basically hinges. Okay, so we see what the problem is. Cool. Okay, see what the problem is here. The problem is this and this need to come up. Cool. There we go. And then this and this need to come down. It's actually the same across for both of these. Oof. Ah, I know what it is. That. We're gonna go ahead and extrude that and bring it down here. Like this. Ah. Okay, so they poking through, they are just a little bit, so we're going to bring them in. There we go. Bring these in as well, just a bit. Okay, now, alright, it's a little, yeah, it's definitely awesome now. There we go. Cool. Alright, cool. So we have a couple of cushions, and basically what we'll do is we'll just grab these and move them over, like, you know, move them over where they gotta be, so you'll have multiple cushions. So go ahead and delete those. And then same deal here, right? So that's basically what you do to start building out your couch. And that's fantastic, man. I did not think I would get that in. Okay. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Ah, see how we're having some problems here with the whatchamacallit. Damn. See here. just want to make sure. Last. Wait a minute. Son of a bitch. Oh, I see. Edge. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, okay then. No, can't do that. Okay. Cool. Let's make sure everything's connected. It is. I just want to make sure it's as kind of as clean as I can make it, you know? Let's go ahead and move it to its own space because I gotta do this again. Whoa. There we go. Then get rid of the edge. Okay. And then bring it down. And bring it down so we only have some broken ones there, you know? There we go. So you should be relatively... There we go. Yeah, basically good. Okay, take it back to the layer. Okay, so we have... Just something just to fill in so there's no gaps, so there are no gaps. Same deal with this. Make sure the edges are all red. Nice, good. Same with this guy. This guy. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's grab it like this. Mark seam. There we go. Cool, so all the seams that are marked, they should be marked or marked. Okay, now what does the back look like? Let's check out the back. It's basically the same thing, it's just two large cushions. It's just two large cushions, well, one small cushion, one large cushion. Okay. Alright, so it's basically... Yeah, okay, cool. Cool, this will be great. And the back will come up. Awesome. Comes up a little bit. It comes up a little bit above the window. Oh, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry for the interruption. Just 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Just my daily let out. My girlfriend goes to work around this time. She usually goes around a little bit earlier, but excusez-moi. Okay, what are we doing? We're putting the additional cushions in here. Okay, and they should come down a little bit below or a little bit above the window. So either my window is too low or the couch is too high. Maybe? Yeah, I think that'll be an issue. Let me see. No, look, so that's where the seat is, essentially. And again, I just eyeballed this. So I think the window might be too low. Wait, there's another picture here. There it is, right there. The window is definitely higher. Taking me higher. Window might need to be a little bit higher. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So basically we just literally grab everything. No, except for those. We don't need these. We don't need those. But we do need these and these. And that. Right? That was why. Right there. They weren't as high as everything else. Okay. I think that'll do. Make sure we unwrap everything properly so nothing stretches. Always make sure the UVs are wrapped properly so you have no stretching. So now if we grab these and we bring them back, and then we go, oops, we go look in, we peer in. Sizing's still going to be a bit of an issue. Maybe this is just too much. Yeah, forget it. Forget it all. I'll worry about that later. I'll worry about that later because as long as the dimensions are relative to one another, the dimensions are basically 1 for 1, then it would just be a resize issue or a window movement issue. So we'll just take care of that as we come to it. Okay. So thanks for joining, by the way. It's really cool to have so many people in here at one time. I've been doing this for several months, maybe January I think is when I started. So I just do it every morning, start around 7:15, usually a little bit later, just because my day job's getting to me and I'm trying to stave off depression. So, well, you know, you might know how it is. So 8 o'clock or 8:04, I'm gonna be heading out maybe in about 15 minutes. So I got about another 15 minutes of stuff to go. If you're interested, you know, shoot a follow. There's some stuff underneath here too, like a Facebook and a Twitter, maybe an Instagram. So as we get more social media stuff for this game, you know, we start putting up more social media links. Okay. All right. Anyway, so we had. Let's grab this. So this is going to be an issue because we want it to. First, let's mirror on the z-axis. Okay. Recalculate so the normals are facing out. Okay. So now we have an issue. The issue now is we have no backs on this. We definitely want backs. And we want it to be okay. We could do this, no problem. Okay. Now this is a bit too pointy. A bit more rounded, like this. Okay. Alright, and then we'll grab all of this, we'll duplicate it, right? So now we have two of these meshes. And then we're going to go into mesh, we're going to mirror on the y-axis. Okay, and then we're going to recalculate so the normals are there. We're going to move everything so that you have there. Select everything, go to mesh. We're going to clean up and we're going to remove doubles. Remove 4 vertices, more than that please. There we go, remove 20 vertices, which means that these are now connected. See all these? These originally were just separated, as you saw. Let's go here, let's clean up some of these. Nope, keep it like that. Okay, clean up these. So the vertices aren't the vertices aren't split, or the edges aren't split. Okay. So let me grab some of these here. Let's do this. All right, and let's puff these out a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Cool, and then we're gonna grab these ones as well. Same deal. Right, just so they're a little puffy, you know? Cool. Let's do this. Let's get rid of these because they're ugly as hell. And instead we are going to... There we go. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, so, and then we're going to grab it. It's a bit too wide. Looks like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So we're going to grab that. We're going to bring them all in. And we're going to bring them in, bring this one in even more, right? Right. As a matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what we want, actually. I know I'm spending a lot of time on the couch, but that's what we gotta do. You know? I vowed to Nick that we would make this game look fantastic. So by golly, we're gonna make it look fantastic. If I do that, it's gonna look weird. That's what I thought. So we're gonna go ahead and clear all those seams. Okay, and then we're going to do this. I don't think we need this guy. Go ahead and cut that edge, cut this edge and this edge. No, we might need that. Actually, might see the back. Okay. So mark seam. Oh. I see. Mark seam. We're getting there. should unravel. There we are. There we are. Okay, and let's do it cross section. Cool. Back to 2. Very cool. Back to 1. Okay. So now we have that. Not bad. Nice. Cool. Okay. Let's just... Wait, let's grab that. And that now. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. Whoop. There we go. That's what we want. Yep, that's it. Go ahead and... I just made it a little bit bigger. Go a little bit squatter, I guess. Cool. Alright, and then basically, let's see if this looks good. Grab this, like so, like that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely glad I put it back on that. I have to put a whole back on this as well. It's basically what was there. Okay. Anyway. Take these. Do. 8:15. Okay. Awesome, man. Huh. I'm super happy with that. So now we just need to make a corner piece. I won't be able to have time to do that now, but damn, that is a sweet art. Okay, 15. So if I go ahead and save this, I really want to check this out in the project. So home, test. Boop. Okay, let that load in. Right, so the idea here for anybody who hasn't been able to keep up for a while, so essentially this house is the real world, quote unquote, in the game. The player is able to walk around it, and that's where the narrative builds. That's where someone clearly has been living here. It's almost if you ever played the game Gone Home or like a game like a walking simulator. It's essentially what this house is. All the rooms are going to be shut in the beginning except for the first room. We're going to pick the room together, myself and my brother. And this house is based on our actual childhood home, which was demolished several years ago. So, unfortunately, we cannot go back into the house to look at it. So this is all from memory and photographic evidence, basically. Everything I'm building here, I'm trying to get as close to real as possible. Anyway, this is the real world. This takes place in the real world. You go to sleep in your bed, and you wake up in a fantasy world, and you have access to spells and alchemy and things like that. And you traverse back and forth to uncover the narrative, the overarching narrative of the game. So that's all I'm going to give away for now. Of course, definitely keep following, and you'll learn more and more as it progresses. Oh my god. So what I'm trying to do is bring back. You can see the ambient occlusion. It'll look a lot better. Right now it's all gray boxed, all white boxed. Basically, it's clay. It's a clay color and consistency and specular. This is just for getting all the dimensions down. You can see the darkness and the creases. That's ambient occlusion. That'll look a hell of a lot better once the textures actually get put onto these pieces. Like it'll look really, really good. I mean, it already looks good to me, which is fantastic. So the thing that strikes me is how close this is to my childhood. So we're on the right track. We're definitely on the right track. So this is great. All right. So thank you so much for joining. Be sure to follow, subscribe, whatever you got to do. I put these videos up on YouTube for us whenever we're done. Every single day, so I put them on this playlist. So you can go all the way back and see how far we've really moved in the past several months. Hold on, there we go. That is our YouTube channel, and then I occasionally throw the videos back up on here as well, meaning Twitch. Twitch is just a little weird, but thankfully they have it so you can publish a video without premiering it now, which is great. So people can go back and enjoy it at their leisure. Alright, so anyway, thanks again. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a blast. Love having eyes on the project, even just in the background looking. If you have any questions, feel free to question. Oh yeah, like I said, I have links below the video. Oh man, now it's time to go to my day job. This is just a ton of fun. This is so much fun. I can't wait to be able to do this all day, every day. Get this project out and moving. It's gonna be great. It's already great. All right, so thank you again so much, and have yourself a really great Tuesday. All right. See ya. Thanks again. Bye.